Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. So it's been reported that the Toronto Raptors are interested in trading for Rudy Gobert from the Utah Jazz this NBA offseason. And to be quite honest, man, I definitely see like where the switch up for both of these franchises could definitely be a beneficial thing out there. So before we get going on today's video, need you guys to drop that like and subscribe if you're new to the channel, as we're getting so close, man, to 280,000 subscribers. Thank you all so much, man, for your constant support here on this new series and really this new life here to this channel here. So yes, looking at the Toronto Raptors, it seems for like the last few seasons, they've really been looking for like that long-term center, but for the most part, they kind of just like work with what they have that be Pascal at the center position, have that be, playing Ken Birch. I really like Precious Achiuwa, although I do think that, he could be like a little ways away, and maybe a guy like Rudy Gobert could really help mentor him. You go back to when they won the ring and had guys like Serge Ibaka, who had a really solid season, but wasn't really like a long-term solution over there either. And it just really seems that Rudy Gobert could be that guy for at least the next 3 or 4 years for this franchise, man. So yes, Rudy Gobert, who is he as a player? This previous NBA season averaged about 15 points, 15 rebounds, a few blocks. We know that NBA analytics absolutely love this guy. And yeah, he's a difference maker. He's a very expensive difference maker. I think he's got like a Supermax contract or something like that. But nonetheless, he does affect the game of basketball, which when you're playing basketball is a very important thing. So for this video, what we're going to do is we are going to head over to NBA 2K22. We are going to see if there's some possible trades out there that make sense. There's definitely a few angles that I'm looking at here. Have that be with the Raptors having guys like OG, Scotty Barnes on the team, Pascal Siakam. You kind of see like some room where maybe like one of those guys could be traded. I'm thinking maybe Pascal Siakam. That allows OG to play, the 4 spot, Scotty Barnes at the 3, let those guys start. You got Rudy at the center position. Or maybe you look at it things where, you want Scotty Barnes to take on more of a distributor role on this team, allow him to play point guard. Then all of a sudden you can maybe look at a guy like a Fred VanVleet or somebody like that if you want to maintain the core of OG, Pascal, and Scotty playing with Rudy Gobert. A lot of different ways to look at it. You guys let me know what you think the perfect trade is to get Rudy Gobert on the Toronto Raptors. And if you're a Jazz fan, are you interested in any of the pieces over there? Putting a new guy like Pascal around Donovan Mitchell. But all right, guys, let's go ahead, head over to NBA 2K22 and check this out, man. Okay, guys, let's get going on this. So, by the way, like in the corner of my computer screen, it says fire warning. I don't know what that means, but if I do go up in flames, it's not because the, basketball gods are smiting me for making a piss poor trade. It's for the fire warning that's around me for whatever reason, man. I don't even know what that even means. I don't even know what it means, but okay. Let's get going on this. So I'm going to be doing like rebuilds for every team at some point before next season. So I'm not going to go like full on rebuild in this case, but I am going to kind of make like some minor moves, just being like, okay, if this trade goes through, then this is what needs to happen for them to actually complete the rest of their roster too. That's kind of how we're going to be focusing on this here, man. So we got Rudy Gobert in all his glory and all of his contract. Now take 1 year off that contract because this is NBA 2K22 and it's still very, very large, man. Still, 4 seasons with that 4th season being a player option, which I think at that point Rudy Gobert will probably be accepting. Just my guess on that. So yeah, man, let's go ahead and hit up the propose a trade. So let's toss Rudy Gobert in here. And I know like the first trade I was kind of talking about was maybe something with Fred VanVleet, just because like Scotty Barnes at point guard would be kind of cool. I think the issue with that trade realistically is that, I think, from when y'all left Fred VanVleet over there in Toronto, but also at the same time too, with him comes like this sense of, I'm sorry, like they already have Mike Conley on the Jazz, and Mike Conley already has like a large contract himself, so that'd be a lot of money to have to take on to get Mike Conley on the team too. So I just don't think that's realistic, man. And I do think that they would want more of either Pascal or OG. And based off salaries, based off position, I love Scotty as, I guess power forward or small forward. I love OG, really either one of these two at the forward spot. And you got Pascal at center, who tore it up this season, man. Like, by the way, this is fully on me saying that if you are a Raptors fan and you don't want to do this trade, I totally get it. Like, Pascal was actually fantastic, had a very underrated season, man. So I totally get that. But also I get to where it's like you essentially have 3 forwards and there's only 2 forward positions out there. I know it's positionless basketball, but it still stands for something in my opinion here, man. So I do think that Pascal is going to be the guy that we trade here. And it's a straight up, to me, that's a fair trade just like that. Like, I don't think draft picks need to be attached on. I think if anything, I'm going to toss in, I'm going to say maybe like 2 second-round picks because I do recognize that Rudy Gobert does have a large contract. I do recognize that Rudy Gobert is a few years older than Pascal Siakam. I think there's something to be said about that, where you should be compensated for those additional age and numbers you are giving up in this case. So I think that seems pretty fair to me, man. What do you guys think? Or would it be a first round pick? What you all think? But overall, that one seems pretty good. So all users do accept, because I am all users. So looking at this Jazz team now, now you can keep Pascal at the 5 spot, you know, and it's definitely more of a spaced out team, which can honestly be kind of interesting. Like, this on paper, pretty solid, I would say. I mean, you also got Hassan Whiteside, who is like Walmart version of Rudy Gobert, so you still have him there for systematic purposes. But as far as like additional changes, like, yeah, I guess, like, maybe you want somebody else besides Royce O'Neal. That's a possibility. Maybe you want to get a little younger and not have Bojan Bogdanovic, who was actually, Bojan Bogdanovic, who was actually pretty solid, you know, during the season and everything, man. Like, so, and, like, the bench and stuff could definitely be different, too. But I think we're going to rock out with Pascal at this center position for right now and see how this Jazz team does with that. And then looking at the Toronto Raptors, you are now looking at Fred, Gary, OG, Scotty, and Rudy Gobert. I love this squad here, man. I can see it. I can like see the full-on picture, the switchability, the defense you're gonna get out of this. Having Rudy Gobert is that last line of defense. It's like, it's gonna be nice. Scotty Barnes would definitely have an uptick in his scoring. And as far as the bench, you still got Chris Boucher, you got Precious Achiuwa, you got Ken Burke. So at that point, you got Thaddeus Young. So yeah, at that point, you gotta make some changes, because that's a lot of big dudes, man, especially with Rudy Gobert, who is going to be playing a significant amount of minutes. So I would keep Boucher. I like his stretchability out there, although it looked like he didn't shoot the 3-ball too good this season. I don't have the numbers in front of me. Precious Achiuwa, you want to keep him. He's only 22, and like I say, man, like I feel like, you know, just having that actual like center Rudy Gobert on this team, like that's going to help Precious Achiuwa maybe embrace certain aspects of his game and just learning from a defensive mind like that. So we're going to keep him. Ken Burch, we're going to trade. Svi Mikhailuk, I like him as like a guard and stuff. Thaddeus Young, you know, I could probably trade him if possible, although I think he has an expiring contract in real life anyway. Malachi Flynn's pretty cool. So, yeah, I would like to go out here and maybe trade for like a pretty solid guard. Like, that's going to be my goal right here if we can pull that off. And, hey, we got Luke Kennard, man, and Robert Covington. Actually, don't mind that trade at all. Here you got D'Anthony Melton. You get some veteran Thaddeus over here. I really like that trade a lot. You could bring out some shooting in, you know, Strus and also Duncan Robinson, but that's a very large contract to take on. Got some expiring deals right here, but once again, we don't really need the big guys. Jordan Clarkson would be awesome. Don't see that happen, though, if they already do that type of trade with the Jazz in the first place. Diallo's nice. Schroeder's solid. Yeah, I think out of all these trades, I actually really like the idea of D'Anthony Melton, who is kind of like a combo guard, can play multiple positions, brings that defensive intensity. I like that a lot. And, yeah, okay, so we got that. So Melton, Boucher, Precious Achiuwa, Svi Mikhailuk. I think that's a pretty solid 9-man rotation. Malachi Flynn obviously can get some minutes out there too if needed, but it's just a 2K video, so we're not getting like too crazy about it. And overall, man, like, yeah, I like the minute allocation. I don't know if it's a championship team right away. I think a big part of it is, for one, this is 2K22, and it's like a lot of it depends on how OG and Scotty Barnes progress as players, but I think you can definitely see where it could be a championship team eventually. So let's go ahead, man, simulate this NBA season and see how these new look teams can do. Okay, guys, end of the regular season. 6th place for the Toronto Raptors, and it's obviously going to be a pretty close Eastern Conference. That's just how it's been over the past few seasons. I would say that's really solid, all things considered, with all the talent out there, man. They avoid the play-in tournament and all that good stuff. For the Jazz, I have no idea what their record is, and they are 5th place. Okay, so both, middle of the conferences. I think that's respectful, man. You got to get to that playoffs, right? Then once you're there, you can see what kind of damage you can put up. So 48 wins for the Raptors. Simulate regular season right here, man. And finish the W on the season. We got Luka MVP. Kate is Rookie of the Year. It's 2K22. Ben Simmons is 6th man. Y'all threw that damn dude on the bench? What? Damn, man. Tyrese Maxey most improved. So we got All-NBA first, All-NBA second, and All-NBA third. So no Rudy Gobert on that, but that's okay. All-defensive second team for Rudy. Okay, yeah, I guess that makes sense why. We got Scotty All-NBA if we're saying gonna be a rookie in real life though next season. So Utah over there, Toronto over here. Let's go to these player stats on the season and see how both teams performed in this case. So OG really got his scoring up, man, becoming the leading scorer at 21 points, 4 rebounds per game, a healthy 46% field goal percentage. Fred at 19 and 8, Scotty Barnes at 17, 7 and 4, so very nice for him. Typical Rudy Gobert numbers, love the 3 blocks, actually up from his real life season. And yeah, just a really good balanced effort. And that's actually how I love about Nick Nurse and this system, is that it's built for everybody to succeed. Like, if you are willing to put in the work, you can find success here on this team, man. So I really do like that a lot. And then we got over here for the Jazz with Pascal Siakam. He averaged, 18 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists. Really good numbers. Yeah, those are good numbers. We got to see how they do in the playoffs. Like, that's going to be the big thing, is getting past the first round and everything. But let's go ahead and simulate the play-in tournament. So that is good to go. And as you guys can see, that's Toronto. And let's get it, man. Simulate round. See how this goes. We're going to lose to Miami in the first round. Oh, damn. Okay, so the Jazz were eliminated in the first round. At that point, I think Donovan Mitchell's just out of there, man. But we did beat in 7 games the Miami Heat. So great stuff over there. Like Rudy Gobert, the Bam stopper, man. I don't know about all that, but yeah, held to 90 points. The defense was definitely there. Next up, we got Milwaukee. Don't know if we got quite enough to do that, like, realistic expectations, but simulate round. And oh, yo, we in the East Conference Finals, baby. Oh, I love this team. Like, every single time I check, like, it's a different player on top, and you just would, you would love that as a coach, right? At least if I was Coach Crispy. Would you let me coach your basketball team? Hopefully the answer is no, if you want to win. Okay, next up we got the 76ers, Embiid against Gobert. Whoa. Simulate rounds. And, okay, we lost in the Eastern Conference Finals. Obviously the goal is to win a ring, but I think overall, like, that's still really good that we got that far, especially if you can have the development of some of the other guys on this team over time. Like, you can definitely see the plausible reality of them winning another championship eventually, man. So that's all we have for this video. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed. Be sure to drop that like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and peace out, my friends.